How to ask someone to repeat, how to agree or disagree in English, how to express your opinion, how to interrupt someone talking, and most important, how to sound polite and tolerant. In this video, 50 phrases used by all speakers at all levels. Watch this video and check yourself. Do you know and use all of them? So, how to ask someone to repeat? The easiest option is to say sorry or pardon, sorry, pardon, or you can say I beg your pardon, I beg your pardon. Very often native speakers say, what was it? What was it? They say it very fast. In fact, it goes like, what was it? What was it? I didn't hear it. What was it? What was it? Was it? Or you can say, come again, or one more time, one more time. What was it? Come again and one more time is rather informal, so you can say it to your friends or to your closer colleagues. If you'd like to sound more neutral or more formal, you may say, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. I didn't quite catch that. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Or simply, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Meaning, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat? So naturally, the next thing you say, could you repeat? Could you repeat that, please? Could you repeat that, please? Or could you say that again? Could you say that again? And when the person already repeated it, but you still didn't get it, you didn't hear, or you didn't understand, you can say, I'm sorry, I still didn't get that. I'm sorry, I still didn't get that. When you're on a phone with someone and the sound is not very good, you cannot hear the person clearly, you may say, I'm sorry, I can't hear a word you are saying. I'm sorry, I can't hear a word you are saying. Or possibly you clearly heard what the person said, but you didn't get the actual message, so you may say, what do you mean? What do you mean? 10 options how to agree with someone. So, traditionally you can say, I agree, of course, absolutely, exactly. You can also say by all means, when you completely agree for 100%, by all means, for sure, agree. Have you noticed how native speakers very often say such phrase during the conversations? You are right. You are right. You can even say, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. This is a very nice psychological trick because when you say, I agree, this is sort of like your authority and you approve what the person said. But when you say, you are right, it means that what the person says matters to you, but it's more important that this person said what they said. You are right. You admit that they are right. You admit that you appreciate the information, the knowledge they shared with you. Do you use this phrase? It's very pleasant to hear when someone tells you that you are right, isn't it? Another option, you can say, you have a point there. You have a point there. Meaning, it makes sense. Yes, good point. When you completely agree for 1,000,000%, you can say, I couldn't agree with you more. You're so right. I couldn't agree with you more. That's so true. That's so true. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. You are right. Now I will give you 10 phrases how to disagree with someone, and among those I will show you such ones where you may sound a bit rude and those where you will sound still polite. But before that, if you already enjoyed this video, please spend 1 second of your time and give it a like, because it makes a huge difference for this video and my channel. Thank you. So you probably heard in movies sometimes people say no way. So this is the option to disagree, and depending on the intonation, your face expression, how you say it, it might seem like funny with a joke, or you might seem rude. So just be careful how you say it. You may say like, oh, no way, or you may say no way, right? So there is a difference. So be careful there. The same way you can say, I don't think so, and it might be okay, it might be neutral, or you might seem strong, like I don't think so, or just I don't think so. I don't think so. It depends on your intonation, but this is the way to disagree. The opposite to by all means, you can say by no means, by no means, or you may say certainly not. I'm a huge fan of Downton, and I have a feeling that in every second episode someone says certainly not.
Certainly not. Certainly not.
Certainly not.
Certainly not. Certainly not.
More neutral option to say I am not sure about that. It's like you say I hear what you say, but I'm not sure about that. Or you can say I'm not so sure about that. You can say I'm afraid I disagree. That would sound more polite, more neutral, because you say I'm afraid I disagree. I'm afraid I disagree. When someone states a fact and provides you the argument for this fact, you may say, not necessarily. That's not always true. That's not always the case. Instead of saying just no, that's not like that, you say that's not always true. That's not always the case. That sounds more polite rather than say no, you're wrong. When you completely disagree, you may say, I'd say the exact opposite, but that would sound strong. More polite would definitely be, I'm sorry, but I disagree with you about this. I'm sorry, but I disagree with you about this. Now we'll go through 10 phrases how to state your opinion and ask someone for their opinion, and 10 phrases how to politely interrupt someone. So, of course, to express your opinion, you will use the phrases I believe, I trust, I guess, I suppose, I'm sure, I understand. You can also start with in my opinion, or if you want my honest opinion, if you want my honest opinion, the way I see it, if you ask me. And then you want to ask someone for their opinion. So you were explaining something, you were telling something, and then you say, what do you think? What do you think? Do you agree? Would you agree? What would you say? What are your feelings about and something? What are your feelings about this? What are your views on? What are your views on? From your point of view, is ABC good or is XYZ better? From your point of view. Now, you need to interrupt someone or someone interrupts you, but you would like to continue talking. What would you say? Let's go one by one. So, of course, you can say, sorry to interrupt, or sorry to interrupt, but I'm so sorry to interrupt, but can I add something here? Can I add something here? Could I add something here? Is it okay if I jump in for a second? Is it okay if I jump in for a second? If I may add something, if I might add something, can I throw my 2 cents in? I'm sorry, can I throw my 2 cents in? Can I throw my 2 cents in? If there is a situation that someone was talking and you accidentally interrupted them, you can say, oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Or, sorry, you were saying? Sorry, you were saying? When someone interrupted you, you can say, you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. Again, depending on how you say it, you may sound just neutral, just okay, or maybe rude. You may say, you didn't let me finish. So just bear in mind. More polite option is to say, please let me finish. Please let me finish. Another option, can I continue please? Can I continue please? Or let me wrap up my thoughts before you start. Let me wrap up my thoughts before you start. You know, this wrapping up, kind of concluding, make a conclusion, come to the logical end. Wrap up is like you wrap up the present, you put it in a nice colorful paper so that you present it to someone. So wrap up, sort of like finish what I am saying. Here you are, those were 50 most common phrases used by all speakers at all levels. Please let me know in the comments below how many of those do you use and which of those were new for you, which of those you learned today. If this video was helpful, please remember to give it a like and share it with someone for whom it will be useful too. If you're not subscribed yet, I invite you to subscribe and I hope to see you in my next videos. Until then, please take care. See you soon. Bye.